there going to be any skins that unlock by how much you actually play the game? So those 1,000-hour people actually get rewarded.
There's unlockable skins in the game that people can only get by playing the game. I'm not going to give any hints on how you get them, but they are going to be in the game.
Fair.
Also, question: if a Kickstarter skin meets with a non-Kickstarter skin, would the skins mix, or would they only get one? Like, how would that work?
You'll have to play and find out.
I'm excited to see like
Such a
crimson
tease.
white.
Bad Parrot has a super secret skin combination crafting guide that only I can look at, but
can you like super sneaky share it? We won't say anything, promise.
No, I can't share it. But
come on.
certain combinations of skins produce other skins.
I'm excited to see like a crimson and white skin together. That'd be beautiful.
Oh, I want a pink dragon.
Alrighty, so who's gonna start the breeding doc where we all put the skin combinations on a Google document and then share it with each other?
Everybody has to keep it secret though, because otherwise Jay is going to change the key.
Shoot, you're right.
Yeah.
Who wants to start a super secret Discord where
Wait,
people
Kickstarter only.
I'll make that right now.
I have a question. Once everything, you've got the map out, the custom dragons out, and everything is perfect and neat, what's the thing you're looking forward to the most?
What am I looking forward to the most?
Yes.
Watching all the haters eat crow.
Where do you see the game in like say like a year's time or something? Like, what are you aiming towards?
A year from now?
Yeah, like from now, from like say like a year, and like where would you see the game going, and where would you like what direction would you like it to be in?
Well, my agenda after Genesis is going to be putting the Kickstarter dragon rewards in the game, and also getting some more free content. Like after Genesis goes live, you'll have the Shadow Scale Flamestalker, Inferno Ravager, Acid Spitter, and the Magma. And then after Genesis, we're going to add the Healer, the Nurse, the Hybrid, the free Ice Wyvern in a content update, the Winter Winds map, which is part of the Mega Map biome, and you got to have that map for the Ice Wyvern to spawn in. So we're going to add that as well as the Blitz Striker DLC, and then after that, the Sand Slayer Worm, Pookie, is going to be put in. Then we're going to put in the Behemoth Ice Drake, the Micro Feather Dragon, the Bioluminescent Dragon. We'll get those in, as well as we want to put in Glacier, the Ice Elemental, Thunder, the Lightning Elemental, and some AI creatures that we have. I want to get those in, and then I got other dragons I want to get in the game, like the developer nesting event dragon, which is a lindworm. I want to get in the red behemoth, not the red, the fire behemoth dragon. The super secret elemental that we haven't talked about. So there's a lot of stuff I want to get put in the game. It's just one thing at a time. Our biggest goal right now is to get Genesis out and to make sure that everything works. It's bug free. There might be some polish issues after it goes live, but there won't be, and maybe a couple minor bugs, but the testers have already found all the server crash bugs. They've all been fixed. There's no more server crashes. The server runs super smooth. We had 95 corpses, with all physics simulated in one small area, and before the server actually started getting stressed. So server's very optimized. It runs great. And I think that's really important for everybody to have a smooth experience. There might be a couple annoying bugs, but we'll get those fixed after Genesis.
And at what point will the current assets be replaced by the in-progress custom assets?
Could you ask me that again? I'm sorry.
At what point will the current assets be replaced by the custom assets?
The Day of Dragons Alpha, is that what you're talking about? Will that will go away when Day of Dragons Genesis comes out. So the Day of Dragons Alpha uses like Ervil the Wyvern and Unka and the little buff dragon, and all those dragons are from Mulber's animations off the Unreal Marketplace. And contrary to what a lot of people believe, I most definitely did tell people those were Marketplace assets in the Anthomnia interview videos. I can even show you the clips where I actually said that. And then the YouTubers say they never told people they were Marketplace assets. It's like, you never watched the Anthomnia interviews, did you? But those will all go away, and they'll be replaced by what you see here. I mean, here's our new plasma, the shadow scale. That's our dragon. I showed you the models in the model biome here just a little bit ago of the Inferno and the Flame Stalker. And here's the Acid Spitter, which is a DLC dragon. So people that want this dragon, they'll have to buy it separately. This is our Acid Spitter. It's all fully rigged, textured, animated. This is our shadow scale. It's rigged and being animated. This is our Flame Stalker Fire Dragon. He is currently being, the model is being finalized and he's being textured. This is the Flame Stalker, or I'm sorry, the Inferno Ravager, and he is our Fire Wyvern. And his model is pending. We still have to work on that. This is the Magma Elemental. And he's rigged and being animated.
Regarding the Flame Elemental, do y'all still have the design where his chest opens?
Yeah, you can see his chest is got this cavity in it, and that's where his heart is at, and it's kind of like a vulnerability area, kind of hard to get to, but he's vulnerable right there.
So you'll probably have to take him out from the air or something like that.
Basically a weak point.
Because I remember a while back y'all had a model for him where it like opened up and actually showed his heart.
Yeah, the Acid Spitter, somebody's asking. Acid Spitter is a DLC, but if you don't buy the DLC, you can still play as an Acid Spitter. You just have to find somebody that has it and then ask them to nest you in, and then you can become their baby and grow up as an Acid Spitter. So, and then you can actually nest other players in, as long as you don't die. So then if you die though, you have to find someone to nest you back in as an Acid Spitter. And that's how we are doing our DLCs. They're not like paywalls where you can't play them if you don't own it. They're there for, if you have the DLC, then you have them available at the spawn screen, so you can always spawn in as them. But if you don't have the DLC, then you just have to be nested in as it by somebody who does have it.
And will the Kickstarter exclusives continue to stay exclusive to the Kickstarters?
There's the only Kickstarter exclusives are what you paid for. And the specific Kickstarter exclusives are the bioluminescent dragon, the white dragon skin, the gray dragon skin, and the dark elemental skin. Those are all Kickstarter exclusives that people actually paid for. The stretch goal rewards, anybody that backed at the $18 hatchling tier got the game at a discount, plus they got all the stretch goal rewards. And those are stretch goal rewards. You get those for meeting certain funding goals, and then The benefit of being Kickstarter is that if you are a Kickstarter, you have those stretch goal rewards unlocked on your account on every server you go to play on without having to unlock them in the game. If you don't have them on your account as a Kickstarter, somebody might have gave you their backer rewards key or something, but if you don't have the original backer rewards key, you can still earn those dragons in the game. You just have to find out how to unlock them. But Kickstarters have the convenience of all the stretch goals are permanently unlocked on every server they play on, so they can die and spawn back in as much as they want to. Whereas a non-Kickstarter has to find out how to unlock the stretch goals in the game per server. So you might unlock it on one server, but it's not going to be unlocked on another server. You have to unlock it on that server too, if you're not a Kickstarter backer, or get nested in by a Kickstarter.
So I remember in the Kickstarter, the hybrid was mentioned as being exclusive to Kickstarter. Will that remain so?
The hybrid is a stretch goal dragon, so all the stretch goal dragons, which are the healer, the nurse, the hybrid, the behemoth, then the micro feather dragon, and the black dragon skin. Those are all stretch goal rewards, and all the stretch goals are unlockable.
Okay. And when it comes to unlocking those, are those server specific or game specific when you unlock something? Not in regards to the stretch, but just in general.
Yeah, just like I just said, each unlock is server specific. So you might unlock it on official 1, and then you go ahead and you switch over to official 2, and then you have to unlock it on official 2. And some of the unlockables are like the hybrid. If you unlock the hybrid and you spawn as a hybrid and then you die, you have to unlock the hybrid again. So Kickstarters definitely are going to have a benefit of being able to play the stretch goal dragons on any server they want to, anytime they want to.
I can just imagine, like, I can really imagine, like, Kickstarter people will be very, like, sought after because they'll be able to nest in any dragon. Well, the Kickstarter dragons and stuff, and like people will want them. Like,
yeah, like a lot of people won't want to spend the time to actually unlock the Kickstarters on that server, and they'll just ask a Kickstarter to give them a nest, an egg, so that they can spawn in without having to unlock it. So Kickstarters are still going to be like, hey, can you unlock, or can you nest me in as this, because I don't know how to unlock it and I don't want to spend the time.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I joined in late, sorry, so I don't know if this has been asked, but how's aerial combat gonna work? Is there gonna be things like grappling midair, kind of like Hawks and Eagles do?
I won't be able to answer that until after we get aerial combat and testing, and that will come after the shadow scale is put into the test server, and then the testers are going to have to test that, and I have ideas of how I want it to work, but after I see the testers play it, I might change my mind. It really just depends. So I can't really answer that until after we get aerial combat in testing.
Okay.
Because it might change. And then if I say how I want it to work and then we change it, people are going to get upset.
We get some questions from the chat. First of all, could physical mutations be a possibility in the future? So, for instance, extra spikes, longer claws, and such.
I guess that's kind of already happens with the growth over time. Like here's a regular acid spitter adult, and then you look at the alpha, and he's got more exaggerated features in his face and his frills and tail spikes and things like that. So we kind of already do that dynamically as you grow. But as far as like having variations, we might do that later. We might not. I know we're not going to do that for Genesis 1.0. We got a lot of other more important things to do than that, but it's a cool idea. I'm not opposed to it. it might be something as like a feature update coming way down the road, but it won't be for 1.0.